What up, Laker Nation? It's your boy DTLF back with another video, man. Glad to see y'all. Glad to be back. We got this breaking news from the summer that keeps on giving, man. The off season that just keeps turning. It's been a great off season for the Lakers, and it just continues. All right, the Lakers trade Marc Gasol uh, and a second round pick for the rights to. Let's see if I get this right. I don't want to butcher his name. Wang Zealand. Okay, now essentially what this is a roster clearing move, and most importantly, a money saving move for the Lakers franchise moving forward, which gives them flexibility to do maybe one more move. But yeah, we traded away Marc Gasol. Ironically, I was going to make a video today anyways to break down what was going on with Marc because it was getting too quiet. I figured something was up. So right as I tweeted that, bam, what happens? He gets traded. And what do I think of this trade? There's two sides to this trade. Now, obviously, we knew most likely Marc Gasol wasn't going to come back. We knew that because once we acquired DeAndre Jordan, even when the rumors came up, there was uncertainty about Marc Gasol coming back because, number one, he was letting his ego get in the way. He didn't want to come off the bench even last year for Andre Drummond. He was upset, visibly upset. And in the comment section, what's up, guys? What's up, Brian? What's up, everybody? And the next thing is that the reason he got traded is obviously he most likely wanted to go to Memphis. But not only did he not want to be a bench player, but he didn't want to be a third stringer behind Dwight and DeAndre Jordan. Now, there's no guarantee that that's what would have happened if he would have stayed with us going into the season. But ironically, we traded him for the second time in his career from the Lakers to the Grizzlies. And, he probably gets to end his career there in Memphis where it started for him. And so it's going to be good for him. I'm happy for him. But at the same time, I'm not happy. I'm not too happy we gave up a second-round pick. But I guess that's what it took to unload his contract. I guess he didn't have a lot of value to himself. I guess the way he played, last year defensively, he was slow-footed, especially in the starting lineup. He was much better off the bench. But if he doesn't want to buy in, then that definitely hurts his value. Now, who's available for the Lakers? We got a couple people available for the Lakers. James Ennis, right, amongst others. But I wouldn't be shocked if we go with this roster spot open into training camp and then into the preseason and then eventually regular season. But yeah, we did give up a second round pick, so I'm not too hyped about that, especially because Marc can still play off the bench. He's still very solid. But it's worthless, man. It's worthless if he doesn't, bring the mentality. Lakers don't want no sort of cancer, no sort of negative team chemistry building in the locker room. None of that, especially coming from a veteran and all-star like Marc Gasol in the past. So that's what I think about this trade. It's good and then it's not so good. It's good in the sense that we cleared a roster spot for somebody who wants to play here. And it's bad in the sense that I hate the fact we had to give up a second-round pick. And we gave up some player that's probably never going to come to the States and play for us. But all in all, it had to be done. We had to make that roster spot available to somebody who actually wants it and somebody who's willing to sacrifice for the team, man. Good to see y'all too, man. How y'all feeling though? How y'all feeling? 2K came out yesterday. So those of you that have had it, I have not played it yet. I was blessed this morning though. I got it through GameFly. I rented it, so I will try it later on. Matter of fact, if we get this video here to 500 likes, I'll probably stream Lakers versus Nets or something like that on this here very channel if you guys want to see that. So show some love to the channel, smash the like button, and we might come back and get to see the Lakers for the first time on NBA 2K next gen. I haven't played it yet, so it'll be my first time playing it on the live stream. He said, what's up, Dan? You the best. What's up, Rody? Nothing much, man. Just basically Marc Gasol is gone. He said, I love your content. How was your day, Dan? My day was good. I just got out the gym and I tweeted out that I might make a video today. And bam, Marc Gasol gets traded. So, of course, he said, stream, let's go. Yes, sir. Hey, you guys want the stream? You guys want on this channel? If not, I'm going to do it on my second channel. But if you guys want to see the stream on this channel, smash the like button. We can get Lakers versus Nets. I've been hearing great things about this 2K. I don't know. I haven't played it. But, man, I'd love to react to the new Lakers lineup, at least in the video game. We're so hyped for the season that any glimpse would be fun to break down, man. My boy said, Dan, you looking slimmer? Oh, I'm glad the gym's working out, brother. I'm glad because I still eat like a pig. But, yeah, man, I guess just, hooping, balling, and working out here and there definitely helps out. What did we get back in return for Mark? $10 million in cap space, basically. And Wang Zealand, I guess that's his name, is the overseas player draft prospect. I guess we got the draft rights to him, but I doubt he'll even see the daylight unless he's actually one of these underrated steals in the draft. But other than that, we basically got an open roster spot. That's pretty much it. Hey, Dan, I think we should use the open roster spot to sign James Ennis for wing depth. Yes, you know what? A lot of people have been mentioning his name. He's been on Laker Twitter liking all the posts. And so, looking forward to see what happens with that roster spot. But we'll see. We'll see. Dan, I don't know why some fans are still high on Gasol. He's not good enough to be a starter anymore. Because he's still a decent role player. Marc Gasol could have still came out and stretched the floor and played some valuable minutes for us, even if it was third or second string, doesn't matter. But he wasn't willing to sacrifice for the team, and that's why we had to get rid of him. This year is going to be no nonsense. Everybody has to buy in. No Dennis Schroeders. This year, we have to come in here with the team first mentality. Everybody's going to sacrifice. If your top three superstars are sacrificing, and that's Russell Westbrook, LeBron, and AD, then the rest have to fall in line. You have to, lead by example, and you have to follow. Christian said, "You the best." Appreciate you, bro. Thanks, man. Glad to be on here. He said, "Dan, did you hear that 2K22 added real PA announcers from the league?" I did hear all that, man. But you know what? I've been going on Twitter, and I've been seeing people say that this game is actually the first good game in years that you can actually play defense and the animations are good and all that stuff. So I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward. I hope I don't get disappointed. Gamefly came through this morning. I didn't think it was going to get here, but it got here in one day. I guess because, the main shipping center is here in California. But bottom line is, I don't know. Have you guys played it? Have you guys tried the Lakers? I can't wait, bro. And like I said, we run this up to 500 likes. It shouldn't be too hard. We do that, then I will stream today at any time. As soon as we get the 500 likes, I'll stream, and we can test out the Lakers and see what's up. And if you guys want to follow more gameplay content, follow my second channel, The Bat Cave. I'm going to try my hardest to stay consistent on that. Been really busy this summer, but I'll do my best because 2K's looks like it's going to be it this year. Did DeMarcus Cousins to the Lakers? DeMarcus Cousins would be solid. I mean, he was solid last year, guys. DeMarcus Cousins on the Lakers would be nice because he never really got the first time around, But the Lakers right now have, I believe, 2 open roster spots, and we can try to take one into the regular season and see if anybody gets bought out or anybody like that. He said the next gen one is good. Yeah, that's the one I rented from GameFly. That's the one I'm gonna try out, man. And if it's good, then I might have to pick it up. I might have to grind a little harder and pick it up, man, a little later on. He said, still can't believe Russ is an 86 in 2K. Why are they disrespecting our Lakers? Why is he only an 86? I promise if he would have been on the Wizards, they would have had him at a 90 or at least an 89. That's ridiculous, man. But it's all right. We're still gonna try to kill with him, bro. I promise I'll do my best. He said, Estrella says, I'm somewhat sad that Gasol is no longer a Laker. It would have been great if he could have won a championship with the Lakers just like his brother Powell. Yeah, it didn't work out necessarily, but I'm kind of happy for him because he gets to go to, again, Lakers class organization. They send him somewhere where he wanted to be. He gets to go where it all started out, and his chapter will probably end there. He'll probably end his career there. They'll give him a farewell tour, all that nice stuff. He was an all-star there for them, played excellent basketball there for him. His prime years went to them. So it's only right that, he closes his final basketball chapter in the place that embraced him the most. And that was, where he played the majority of his career in Memphis. So for him, it's a good thing, and I think he'll be happy there. Hey, Dan, did you see the new Spider-Man trailer? You talking about the PS5 one? Yes, I did, man. I got a PS5, so I'm on it. I'm on it. Is the Lakers looking dangerous with that 10 mil and 2 open roster spots? Pelinka got a Mamba plan. He said, could it be a 4th star? No, definitely not. We don't need a 4th star, and we can't afford one. That 10 mil, remember, we were already over the salary cap. So if anything, that just takes away a little bit more from the luxury tax. That's more like to pay less tax than we were paying. But really, all that was making Mark happy because he was unhappy with us. Definitely, he wasn't buying into the team concept. Some players, unfortunately, they want star treatment even late in their careers when they're no longer stars. And that's what I think happened with Mark. And I love me some Marc Gasol. I'm not trying to talk down on him or nothing. I think he's a great guy and all that, but he suffers from the same thing Carmelo did before he was out of the league for a year. Same thing that Allen Iverson did when he got traded to Memphis, is that, in their head, they're still that all-star Hall of Fame player that was putting up 20 and 10. But in reality, they're more of a bench role player. And if the ones who adapt get to stay and expand their careers. Carmelo learned that the hard way. He had to adapt to the bench role, to the 6-man role, he had to minimize his role a little bit. And as a result, he helped his team out more than trying to do more than what his body would allow him to do, because Father Time is still undefeated. But at the end of the day, look, Mark didn't want to be here, so we sent him where he did want to be, and we can use that roster spot on somebody who does want to be here. Somebody like you guys mentioned already, James Ennis. That'll be fun. Is it yesterday Ennis liked to pick Lakers bound? I think it could happen. I think it could happen for sure. Who's getting a start for the Lakers at center? Most likely Dwight, but Dwight is, foul trouble prone. So maybe the Lakers will keep him as the bench role and play him, start him some games. I think DeAndre most likely will be a bench player unless the Lakers want to save, like I said, Dwight from foul trouble and then start DeAndre just to have somewhat of an anchor there. I'm not expecting too much from DJ, but if he can give us that Tyson Chandler vibe, people want JaVale McGee. JaVale McGee's younger, more spry. He still has more hops even now at this point of his career. DeAndre, maybe because he was plagued with injury last season and the year before that, but he showed me more of a like Tyson Chandler-esque vibe when he was with the Lakers, where he showed glimpses, but he wasn't consistently dominant in the paint enough to make a huge impact. But I still think whatever role he gets, I think coming back to LA, playing for the real LA fans, will rejuvenate him a little bit. And I think maybe we can get the best out of him, especially playing for Frank Vogel. Don't ever take that for granted. One thing we know about Frank, he might not be the best with the X's and O's, but defensively, he's one of the best coaches in the league. And that's why he took us from the bottom to the top on defense from the moment he got here. So remember, defense wins championships. So I think in that sense, DeAndre definitely helps. He can be somewhat of an anchor down low. And, any version we get of DeAndre, as long as he plays hard. And he's already excited. His interview, he was talking about, he's excited to play with somebody like Russ, somebody like LeBron who could play, make, and become lob threats. I'm telling you, this is why he preferred the Lakers over the Nets. Is because the Nets have more ISO guys when we have more playmakers here. And we also have Rondo off the bench. I know the one who's the happiest that Rondo came back has got to be Anthony Davis. You remember how many easy lob dunks and passes off a pick and roll he was catching from Rondo when he was on the team? He missed that, especially with Dennis's low IQ having ass. He definitely missed that. So I'm happy. I know he's happy. I know you guys are happy. Everybody's happy to have Rondo back. And I know DeAndre Jordan, that's going to be a factor off the bench too. The detail of, did you see AD? Our superstars looking skinnier and more muscle. Yeah, I've been seeing the whole team, man. Everybody's working hard this offseason. Another one that slimmed down, Taylor Horton-Tucker. I've been seeing Malik Monk in the gym looking great. Same thing with Kendrick Nunn. Everybody's been working hard because the road to number 18 starts now. Right? It starts in the offseason. All the little work they put in. Like Frank Vogel said, we finally get a full training camp. We couldn't get that last year. So it'll be exciting to see what we can do with that. He said, fast break gang is better than ISO gang. Absolutely. Why hasn't Trevelyan Quinn been a part of the Lakers training camp? I don't think we signed him, man, unfortunately. Maybe something we didn't hear about will happen or maybe last minute, but I don't know. I am curious. I definitely like what I saw from Summer League. Maybe he'll be a part of our G League affiliate, South Bay Lakers. If that happens, then they can call him up or switch with one of the two-way contracts. Anything can happen. Did I see a new Star Wars trailer? No, I did not. Dan, next year, would you have Kendrick Nunn's and Monk's bird rights? Yes, we do. We do, I believe so. I believe the team that you sign with, right, when you become a free agent, can go over the cap to re-sign you. I think so, unless it doesn't apply to one-year deals. Maybe it only applies to 2-year deals with a player option. Not sure again how that works, but um, look, winning is everything. If we win a championship this year, which most likely we will, I think a lot of guys are going to want to come back. And you see guys like Rondo and Dwight, they did the world tour. Rondo went to the Hawks, then he went, unfortunately, to the bottom of the barrel in the Clippers, and he ended up right back where he should have stayed with the Lakers. He learned his lesson. Same thing with Dwight. Dwight went to Philly, the city of brotherly hate, and let's be real, they're hating on Ben Simmons. So I don't know that brotherly love BS, man. I want to hear it. And he went over there and immediately busted a U-turn. He said, "Err." So Lakers is where it's at. Yo, Dan, do you have a Xbox or a PS5? I'm actually blessed enough to have them both, man. Yeah, I grinded hard. Stayed up late nights trying to get the release, and I'm glad I did because a lot of people don't have either of them. It's a blessing, but I do have them both. And GameFly sent me the one for the Xbox. I had them both on my list to see which one they send me, and they send me the 2K for the Xbox Series X. So yeah, it is going to be next gen and everything. Smash the like button, guys. Remember, 500 likes, and I will stream NBA 2K, Lakers versus Brooklyn Nets right here on this very channel. Usually I stream on my second channel, but we need some basketball-related stuff, content on this channel. So yes, I would love to break down the roster, rotations, all that right here live. That'll be dope. My gamer tag for Xbox. Oh, man, I ain't talking smack when I tell you this, but it's got love for your girl. And that's GOTLOVE, the number 4, UR, and then girl. Yes, sir. I'm a trash talker online, man. I ain't there to make friends, though. So, yeah, just add me, bro. Still waiting to get a PS5. It's tough, bro. My friend couldn't get an Xbox, and he was trying to get it for his children for Christmas. So I gave him mine. Not gave it to him, but he gave me the 500. He was going to pay more, and I was like, nah, just give me the 500, and then I'll go ahead and go Xbox hunting. And I was blessed enough over the next couple of months to get one. So, yeah. He said, "What up, Dan?" He said, "For all the fire content as usual." Hey, man, you're welcome. You're welcome, Thomas. It's my pleasure, bro. I'm just excited. I've been able to give you guys as much content because this summer has been action-packed from the Lakers standpoint. Yes, we got eliminated early from the playoffs, but they made all the moves that they needed to make sure that doesn't happen again. He said, funniest gamer tag ever, man. It used to be God love for your mom. Like I used to talk mad trash, but it got banned. The God love for your mom, 24, that one got banned. So I downgraded it to the rated G version because people are crybabies. I can't take a joke. And I said, God love for your girl. Yeah, that's my gamer tag. He said, yo, Dan, Gasol is a big loss. Then you think spacing the floor and other playmaker remembers the Sun series. Gasol was playing in Gasol. He was more effective. Gasol's still a good defender. It's a loss. I wouldn't say big because the Lakers want to play with the Twin Tower lineup that we did when we won the championship with JaVale and Dwight. But yes, it would be nice to get another floor spacer there. Still, I don't rule out Kevin Love at some point getting a buyout with the Cavs at some point. And maybe coming here to the Lakers as a stretch 5. But remember, Anthony Davis plans to play more 5. I think you'll see more of that in the playoffs. So I don't think it's as big as a loss than you think. He said, Dan is a menace. You know it, bro. You know it, man. He said, Dan, what are your top 5 players of all time? That's crazy because I get asked this question all the time, and I might change it up from time to time. But it's hard to pick just 5. But the biased version of me is going to go Kobe. It's going to go LeBron. It's going to go Magic Johnson. It's going to go Kareem. All Lakers, baby. And it's going to go, who am I missing? I know I'm missing somebody. And then I'll get a backlash from it. Jordan is not really my favorite player because I didn't really see him in his prime, and he was a bull. So the biasness in me is probably going to put Shaq at number 5. And I know I missed somebody. I know for sure I missed somebody. He said, people who really don't talk about Melo enough, he said, can legit win you some playoff games. I agree. I've been saying it all summer long. Carmelo Anthony has been the unsung player in all the acquisitions. But can you blame us? I mean, we got Russell Westbrook. We got Dwight Howard. We got Kendrick Nunn. We got so many good players and role players that, yeah, one player can't go under the radar. But Carmelo, I don't take him for granted because this guy has been a big-time shot taker and maker throughout his career. And he knows how to use. He knows how to use that size so well in the post. He's an old school type pivot foot. Like he don't need to move a lot to score. He'll hit you with a little jab fake, create a little bit of space, and pull up in your grill. You gotta love that, man. You gotta love that. What about George Mikan? No. Great player. He was in the 50s or 60s, man. I don't even think I've seen his highlights. No, I'm just playing. I've seen his highlights, but it's not somebody that I could say, oh yeah, and he was elite. I'm not saying he wasn't. So was Jerry West. I could easily have Jerry West there, but I'm talking about players. I put players on the list that I saw play or that I know were super spectacular, like Magic and Kareem. Even though I didn't see them, I know they were insanely amazing. I've seen old clips, what do they call those that they show on NBA TV? The old games, the classic, the hardwood games. Seen them, man, and they were spectacular. So yeah, I got to put them there. We traded him for who? We traded Marc Gasol for open roster space and some cap space, 10 million to be exact. We cleared 10 million in cap space, and we acquired a foreign player of which I keep forgetting his name. But hey, you never know. He might go to the G League and make something of himself. I don't want to discount him because it's still super early, right? But yeah, this player right here, I don't think we'll ever see the daylight. His name is Wang Zealand. I ain't never heard of him. I don't know, but again, it'll be interesting to see what happens. We really basically traded Mark for the open roster spot. So who do you guys want? I've been hearing a lot of James Ennis. I'm sure he's going to be available. Who else is out there as a free agent that intrigues Laker Nation? I'm not even opposed to going into the season with 2 open roster spots, just in case 2 players get bought out around the trade deadline, and we can add them to this championship roster. But who do you guys like? You said Melo is our 6th man, most likely. I think Carmelo Anthony will play the Kyle Kuzma role a little bit better than Kyle Kuzma did, simply because even though I love Kuz and I wish him the best, Kuz is better suited as a 2nd or 3rd option on a starting lineup than as a 6th man. I think he's still young and he's still trying to reach the next level, which I think he could get, especially on a losing team like the Wizards. But it's going to be tough because they got a pecking order over there too. Bradley Beal's still there, last I checked. So that's not really a rebuilding team. The way that Brandon Ingram was truly able to, I see a lot of Avery Bradley, Dwayne Dedman. Those are all good names. I like them. But the way that Brandon Ingram and all these other young players were able to go to a rebuilding team and get their skill set up, just like Jordan Clarkson with the Cavs, and then go to a real good team like the Jazz and be able to show out. I think Kuzma hasn't gone through that. When he was going through that early in his career with the Lakers, he was looking phenomenal. But I think he had trouble adjusting to LeBron, AD, and the rest of the role players in that pecking order. So we'll see how he does over there. But I think Carmelo Anthony is he knows what his role is on any team. He's a veteran. He's a Hall of Famer. He's going to come in and just shine from day one. I expect 10 points per game and up off the bench on an efficient shooting. James Worthy could easily be on the top 5. That's what I'm saying. It's hard to make a list because nobody will be happy with your list. Somebody else likes will always be left out. He said, when is NBA training camp and preseason? NBA training camp starts on the 25th, so it's right around the corner, guys. We're currently September 10th, 15 days away for training camp. And that's everything. Media day, the practices, all that. And I'll be breaking it down with you guys. And then preseason starts October the 3rd, man. Mark your calendars because we're going up against the Nets. Now, if you guys want to see a glimpse of that, smash the like button because at 500 likes, I'm going to do a video later on, probably after I shower. Just got out the gym. Probably after I shower, I'll set up everything and I'll stream NBA 2K22 compliments of Gamefly, and we'll test out the new Lakers against the Nets. I'm gonna go hard on these guys, man. Lakers, Nets. He said, I love it. James Ennis is on the way to the Laker land. Would be solid wing. He's a solid wing, man. He's solid for sure. I'm curious to see the Lakers and how they will come together. They're going to come together. Anytime you got great leadership and star players sacrificing, yeah, they're going to come together for sure, man. For sure. You said, we need James Ennis because he can shoot and play defense. And he said, come in for LeBron. People forget, we also have Trevor Ariza, who's been very underappreciated this summer, and Kent Bazemore. So people who are saying we're thin at the wing, no, we're not thin at any position at this point. We're pretty much covered. Anybody else is a insurance policy, safety net, whatever you want to call it. But we're good, man. We are good. Need is a strong word. We could use extra players here and there, but Darren Collison, he's been out of the league for a couple years. I'm not sure how I feel about him, but am I going to be mad or upset if we add him? Heck no, because like I said, this team is an overkill. And again, keep smashing that like button. We're going to find out how much of an overkill that team is on 2K22. He said, Lakers can't have two canters. I think he meant centers, right? He said they need three. I would prefer a big man. I always said I love size. And the bigger we are going into playoffs, the more secure I feel, the more confident I feel. So, yeah, DeMarcus would be nice. I would not mind having him at all. Or we can keep that roster spot open and hope somebody like K Love gets bought out or whatever. But he said Malik Monk predictions. I think if Malik Monk has a training camp in preseason, I think he could start. And I think he should start because he's explosive, just like Russell Westbrook. So having two explosive guards like that in the backcourt is going to rejuvenate LeBron. I think we'll get out of more fast break transitions along with Anthony Davis, LeBron, Russell Westbrook, and Malik Monk, and even Dwight off of pick and rolls, man. I think he's a high IQ basketball young player who still has a lot of potential to grow. He can jump out the building. He could get hot and shoot. Obviously, he shot a career high above 40% from beyond the arc, and I would easily love to start him. But I'm not mad if Wayne Ellington starts either. He's a veteran. He has more experience. He's probably a little bit better of a spot-up shooter. But I still, my choice is Malik Monk to start. I would love it if THT gets thrown in the conversation at least, because that means he has grown in the offseason. But overall, we have options left and right, man. We just acquired DeAndre Jordan. The battle between DeAndre and Dwight is going to be fun to watch, even though I think Dwight edges him out. Dwight's a little bit more explosive at this point of his career. He's a little bit more of a bruiser, while I also like DeAndre Jordan's wingspan defensively. So if he can get us a block off the bench, I'd be happy with that. I'm going to show you guys. I see you guys smashing the like button. So once we play 2K later on, I'm going to show you guys who my starting lineup is going to be for the season and all that good stuff, man. I can't wait. Somebody said Russell Westbrook rating was an 86. Imagine the disrespect that 2K and the rest of the world show to the Lakers. As soon as we acquire him, he drops down from a 90 plus to an 86. That's ridiculous. But I'm going to make him look like a 99 when I play with him. I promise you that. Hey, Dan, who's better, Magic or Ben Simmons? Stop it. Stop it. Which one has more championships? Which one's the Hall of Famer? And which one can't shoot? Come on, man. That's not even a question. Magic Johnson all the way. Ben Simmons not even in the conversation, man. That's disrespect for the Magic. Please. He said, Dan, Rob Pelinka deserves a statue. I am so happy we got Rob. Me too, brother. Me too. And by the way, I put up a poll for nicknames. And the Godfather won by a lot. And that was already his nickname. I just put it out there. We're trying to find a nickname for Rob that'll stick. The Godfather is what it is. But somebody mentioned the Rob Father. I kind of like that one too. A little corny, but I kind of like it. I don't know. But yeah, let's go with the Godfather, man. He definitely deserves a nickname. I'm not sure about the statue yet. Get us a couple more championships and he'll be right up there, man. Should we start THT? He has to prove himself. He is the younger of the guards. So he definitely, if he has to show that hunger, consistency, and ability to consistently space the floor, which is something he's been working on this offseason, according to him. So if he can show that, then hey, I'm all for it. You guys know I'm a big THC fan. Been a fan since he started showing out. But I don't expect him to start right off the bat. Maybe he'll earn that later down the stretch. But I think, like I said, Wayne Ellington is probably who coach will start. Frank Vogel, knowing him, he loves his veterans. But I think my favorite is obviously Malik Monk. I think he's right in between, experience and youth. So Dan, can you talk about Nunn and Monk's pros and cons? Oh, that's a great question. I love questions like that. Okay, let's start off with Kendrick Nunn. Kendrick Nunn. Okay, pros. He's a good ball handler. He can get in the lane. He's strong upper body strength. And he can finish around the basket and shoot. If he gets hot, he can knock down shots for sure. Cons, probably playmaking is not as great as other lead guards. Well, he's not really a lead guard, but bench guards who have that much of a skill set. He reminds me more of like a Ben Gordon back with the Chicago Bull days, So that's probably his only con. Defensively, he's also solid. So, I would say probably playmaking needs to get a little bit better off of pick and rolls and stuff, decision making. but the way he attacks the rim, the way he plays defense, and he can knock down shots, I like what Kendrick Nunn brings to the table. Who was the other one you mentioned? Did you say Monk? Monk. All right, Malik Monk. His pros, obviously, he could jump out the gym, he can knock down shots, and he's an oven. He can heat up quick, so he can come off the bench or start. But his con is that he is streaky. He'll have games where he'll drop 15 to 20 points, and then he'll have games where he'll have 7 points, and he missed a couple of shots that he should have made and stuff like that. So that's the con. I think with Malik is more so of the streakiness, kind of like a J.R. Smith, Terrence Ross type. Whereas if they were doing that night in and night out, they'd be stars in the league, right? Kind of like a Nick Young-ish. But they're very fun to watch. You cheer for those players. When they get hot, they look like stars. So that's probably the con with Malik, is just how streaky he is. But I think he has the potential to be more consistent than KCP, because KCP went off in the bubble. But outside of that, if you look at his career with the Lakers, he really wasn't ever consistent during the regular season. Sometimes, he would start off the season really hot, shooting a career high, and then he would just out of control with the rest of the season, go cold where he couldn't make it hit the side of a barnyard. Well, bottom line is both of those players, man, are I'm looking forward to what Monk and Nunn, who, by the way, have 2 religious names. That's pretty cool. We have a Nunn and a Monk. All the puns that we could play off of that throughout the season is going to be fun. He said, I'm waiting for them to sign me. But yeah, guys, I think that's going to wrap it up for this video. Again, remember, if you guys want to see the debut of the Lakers Nets early, before October 3rd, man, we can get it on this channel today, or maybe even tonight. We'll see. As soon as I get 500 likes, I'm going to go live. And we're going to, not as soon as I get it, but once I set everything up, I'm going to go live, and we're going to play some 2K Lakers Nets and test the new lineups, get to see how Russell Westbrook looks on the Lakers, all that good stuff, man. Next gen graphics. So make sure you guys smash the like button. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I truly, truly, truly appreciate you, man. You guys are the best. And by the way, this year, I feel like this channel is going to grow beyond 20K subs. So if you guys already haven't, join, be a part of the Laker family. Let's keep growing this family, because it's always a blast to have old and new comments right here in the comment section, especially during the season, man. We have a lot of fun with it. But pre-game, post-game, all kinds of rumor videos and just mixes and stuff. Got a lot of music dropping this year too. So my goodness, man, I can't wait for that. But keep smashing the like button. At 500, we're going to play some 2K22 next gen. Thank you guys so much. And I'll see you guys hopefully later on today.